Hi, I'm Novo Mike, and this is my opinion. So, Blizzard announced a new expansion. It's World of Warcraft Legion, and I'm just going to give some quick thoughts on it. If you want to know actually about the expansion, I suggest reading about it on MMO Champion or Wowhead because they've got a ton of information on it. This is really just reactionary to it. When it comes to the story, it sounds really interesting. Legion invades, pretty much we're going to go fight them, and it sounds like major lore characters are going to die, including possibly Tyrion and Thrall. It's not confirmed by any means, but they're strongly hinting that characters are going to bite the dust because some of the weapons that they have, like Ashbringer and Doomhammer, are actually going to be attained by characters with artifacts. And every spec is going to get artifact weapon of some kind. Sounds really awesome. It's basically a new way of doing legendaries. I like this system a lot more than how they did the capes or the rings in Myths and Warlords. And I'll be curious to see how it works. I like the idea of that you can customize it with different abilities, and depending on what you want for it. Like they were showing one for Frost Decays, where you can use your Raise ally to actually revive yourself. So it basically not only gives you a battle res, but it gives you essentially a way to revive yourself. I'll be curious to see if that actually works like a Soulstone, where it actually uses a battle res, or if it's like a Shaman's Ankh, where it doesn't. That should be pretty interesting, actually, in and of itself, and for rating at the very least. And the whole idea where these are going to be like, huge story quests to, find these weapons, and like for the Frost Decays one, again, for example, is like you're finding the pieces of Shadowmourne and you're reforging into two rune blades. Retribution Paladins are going to get Ashbringer. Enchantment Shamans are getting Doombringer, or not Doombringer, Doomhammer, which are very notable for different reasons, but several of the people who actually use those weapons are still alive, so I don't know how that's going to work, but we'll see. Demon Hunter's the new class. It sounds really interesting. I really like how they're setting that up. They have a lot of different mobility. Artistically, it looks really cool. I like the designs, the tattoos, all that. Very cool looking. Not too thrilled with having another agility using melee class, but we'll see how it works and how much gear they end up taking. At the very least, we're going to have every single set have tokens, or have the same amount of classes on tokens now, so that's good at least. I get a feeling a lot of people are going to want to play Demon Hunters, and those servers are going to get destroyed the launch day. Overall, everything was really cool. They showed the new PvP honor system as well. That looked really awesome, and I'm pretty excited to see what they do with that. It's a great way of actually separating PvE and PvP abilities, at least to some certain extent, and I'm really excited to see how that works. The idea of being able to prestige, restart all your honor grinding and everything, and not making it so gear dependent is really exciting to me, because the biggest problem I have with PvP is like I would have to spend all this time to grind up points to buy all this gear when I just really want to raid and I want to PvP casually, and I think I'm already a good player and I shouldn't have to spend literally like 50 hours a week grinding to get the best gear when I already have the skill to play well anyway. Interesting idea at the very least, but we'll see how it goes. I like the idea of getting cosmetic rewards for prestiging as well, and that could be really awesome, and I like how they're putting some like the variants for the artifact weapons that you can have behind that as well. And I'll be curious to see how many of those you can unlock. If you look on Wowhead, they've got, I think it's like 18 versions of Ashbringer right now in either different colors or different actual models. It looks pretty cool. If like every weapon has that kind of variety, at the very least you're not going to see, a dozen people wandering around with the exact same weapon every single second. The class order system sounds interesting. They didn't really detail it too much so far. It looks like it's an evolution on essentially how the storyline of you being a commander was in Draenor, and you're taking over your class because you have this artifact weapon, and you're going to be the one that starts getting things done. You're going to have champions. They sound like they're going to be more major lore characters, more interesting characters, and there are going to be few of them, but they'll be more meaningful. Hopefully they'll have their own quest that you do, but you send them out on a mission to go find a cave, and then you'll go and explore that cave with them instead of them just doing everything themselves. So, very least, a lot more interesting. It sounds like a lot of the stuff that people have been asking for. I'm not going to get by too much into the hype yet because I haven't played it, and they did promise a lot of stuff for Warlords of Draenor that just never happened. So I'm cautiously optimistic. At the very least, though, with this announcement, I will be surely probably buying the BlizzCon virtual ticket because I do want to know more, and I am wanting to be excited for it, and I'm much more excited from this announcement than I was for Cataclysm, that I was for miss or Warlords of Draenor. And it's been a long time since I've been able to say that. I think if Blizzard can pull it off, it will be an amazing expansion. But with how utterly disappointing Warlords of Draenor has been, I'm just not sure they can pull it off. And if they can't pull it off, this could be a giant clusterfuck. So we'll see what happens. I'm cautiously optimistic, like I said. I'm not going to get too involved into it. I'm not going to try to get hyped up on it. If it's awesome, it's awesome. If it's not, it's not. And it'll probably end up killing WoW if it's not, unfortunately. Or at the very least, it's going to drop those subscriber numbers even more. But anyway, I'm Novel Mike, and that's my opinion. If you like this, like, comment, and subscribe, and all that jazz. And thanks.